Hi guys, it's me Jennifer with healthycraftymom.com, and it's Thursday, so that means it's another coffee chat day. So grab your warm drink, and before we get started, just a little disclaimer. I'm not a speech therapist. I am just, or even a doctor. I'm just a mom who has a child with a speech disorder, and I want to share this information with you guys so that if you're going through the same thing I am, you don't feel alone and you have maybe some at-home help. But like I said, this is not at all to diagnose or try to cure someone with receptive language disorder. This is just my personal journey, and hopefully will make some other mom out there not feel so alone. So with all that being said, I got today's information for our coffee chat from teachmetotalk.com. So grab your warm drink and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so my daughter Madeline is 3 years old, and like I said in the beginning, she is currently in speech. The place she's going doesn't do hearing tests, and her pediatrician also does not have the proper equipment to do a hearing screening. So we're waiting for the hearing place to go through so that way they can get that taken care of. But in the meantime, we are just treating it like receptive language disorder until we know for sure whether or not there is any kind of hearing loss, and then we'll deal with that separately. So that is what her doctor is doing and choosing to go about this process. We were in the doctor's office, and this is she does this like every day. It's not like anything new. I mean, she doesn't really like her doctor that much, which is totally something for another time. This time she was a little bit warmer towards her doctor and friendlier with her than normal. But there have definitely been times in the past where she seems scared of her. I don't know why I said that as a question. Like, that's definitely what she's doing. She definitely seems afraid of her doctor. But then my son's doctor, she's totally fine with him, which is weird. But anyways, so we're at her doctor, and she's just the doctor's trying to have like friendly conversation with Madeline. And at first she's just ignoring her. And I've always taken this as like she's just being shy with new people. But then I notice she does that sometimes with other people, and I've just taken it as, oh, she's just really into the activity. She didn't hear us talking to her, and so that's why we're getting her hearing checked as well, to know whether the ignored spoken language is from a receptive language disorder. I don't know why I can't say that and remember it. I have to keep looking at my notes. Receptive language disorder or a hearing disorder. So hopefully we'll know that soon. The second thing is difficulty following verbal directions. So sometimes she's great with following directions, but other times she won't do it, which I was on a different website before this one, and they were blaming like the parent, just like it's because you created some sort of bad connection. There's like mistrust between you and the child. You don't set proper boundaries, which I totally get. But you know, but she was doing it at home too. So you can't say it was a bad connection between the child and her doctor at that point if she's literally doing it with everybody. Because, you know, you can't just have a bad relationship with everyone. I mean, you could be a hermit and not talk to anyone, I guess. But she has the church people, the like the daycare church people. She has both her parents, her grandma and grandpa, the doctor, the speech therapist. Like, we're all in. Then she's already gone through 2 in 2 months because her first one quit. So you can't be telling me that this issue is because of a lack of connection. So yeah, difficulty following verbal directions is the second sign that she's been going through. 3, repeating the question. So if you ask the question, like, what's your name? My daughter will tell you name. If you say, do you want the red or the green? Sometimes she'll answer yes. Usually if you give her 2 choices and she can see it, she will tell you. But like, another thing is like working on colors. Pink and purple are both pink. So we're working on that. Pink and purple are both purple. So you say pink or purple, she'll just say pink because it's the first thing she heard, but she really wants the purple plate. I'm trying to get through this fast. I just heard my son wake up. So the 4th thing is off-target responses, which we kind of goes into repeating the question. So yeah, so she'll either repeat the question or have an off-target response. So she'll say something like I said, yes, instead of the right thing, or she repeats the question. And then the last thing is she still like does the baby babble, which is supposed to disappear around age 2, and she 2.5, and she's 3 and still doing it. Where she'll just like say a bunch of random stuff super fast. So what they gave a list of about, I want to say it's like 11, 12 things that you're gonna do at home, that you can do at home to help. Some of them go into each other. There were more, but I combined them just to make it more friendly and make the video a little shorter. So the first thing, and I felt like some of them repeated themselves. So here we go, working on it at home. This is what teachmetotalk.com suggested for working with receptive language disorders at home. So first off, reduce the complexity. So use like short phrases, 1-word sentences, so there's not all these extra things in there. They also suggested to use 1 language at a time. For normal children, teaching them 2 languages at a young age is highly acceptable, but when you're going through a language disorder, they suggest picking 1 of the 2 languages, or however many languages are spoken at home. Talk about the child's interest or what they're doing at that time. I mean, I've been doing this since she was a baby, but again, remember that first one, which is reducing the complexity. So like, make it like, oh, you're watching penguins. Look, the penguins are playing on a drum. Like, that was something that she was just watching on her tablet. And so I was just kind of narrating that, but with simple language. 3, give clues. In speech and speech, they call it cues, but it's the same thing. So like, if you say, go put on your lotion, grab the lotion and be like, put it on. Put on lotion. If they seem to not understand, repeat what it is. Which is the next one. Repeat and reword. So this was like 2 different ones that I combined into another one. So if you've given the clue or the cue and they still don't understand, keep repeating it. Maddie, go put on your lotion. Maddie, put on your lotion. If they still don't understand, break it down even more. Sometimes one simple direction for us should be like several different directions for them. So instead of being like, put on your lotion, you have to say, take the lotion, and they'll hold it. Okay, open it. Open the bottle. Okay, take the lotion, put it on your body. Then show opportunity to understand. So I do this every day with Madeline during nap time. So I'm usually in the middle. I try to like get the laundry done, make these videos, do the dishes, like all the chores during nap time. And so if I'm in the middle of the chore and I hear like him rustling in the bed, or I think I hear crying, I'll be like, Maddie, go check on Lucas. And then she'll come back and report, Lucas is sleeping, Lucas is awake. And so that like gives her an opportunity to show me she understands who Lucas is, where he is he asleep, is he awake, like it. So yeah, I need to do that with other things too, but just giving her opportunities to show that she understands what's going on around her. The last thing, there's more on the back. So there's 4 more things. Tell them what to do when they're about to do it. So if she's outside and she's running towards the trampoline, you say, go get on the trampoline. And yeah, so if she's about to play with the ball, you say, go get the ball, because she's about to go get it. So you're just kind of narrating what's about to happen in the future. Sometimes they're not gonna do what you want them to do, and it's not because they're being bad. So this kind of goes with back to when I talked about in the beginning, they have difficulty following directions. Sometimes they literally just need you to take their hand and make them do what you want them to do. Now, my daughter has gotten into a point where she thinks it's a game and it's funny, and so we're working on that. But yeah, so sometimes if we're outside and we need to go back in, I have to take my son, put him inside, and say, Maddie, it's time to go inside again. So I've already said it's time to go inside. I put my son inside. I go and check on her. If she's not back inside, I say it again. I walk closer to her. I say it again. I walk a little closer. I say it again. And I try to give her about 5, give the direction 5 times before I physically grab her hand or pick her up and take her inside. Pause to process. So this is kind of what I was going in with the providing physical assistance, where I walk a little closer each time I give the direction. And that's just giving her time to process what I'm saying. So I've said, let's go inside. I've taken him inside. There's a pause for her to process what's happening and what she needs to do. Also, it's showing her physically, I'm giving her that cue. And then be realistic with expectations. She's 3. They're having the time of their life. They have their own opinions. And sometimes you're just going to get that attitude and that 3-year-old spunk that they have. And I mean, come on, we call them 3-nagers for a reason. So be really realistic with your expectations. Don't expect too much, because you have to understand they don't understand as much as a 3-year-old does, even though they're 3. On top of them having the 3-year-old attitude. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you had anything that you thought was helpful, go ahead, leave it in the comments. What are you gonna try? Or if you have other things you're doing at home to help with receptive language disorder, put it in the comments below. so we can all share and learn from each other. And again, if you like this video, make sure you don't just like it, but you subscribe and hit the bell notification. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.